Hey friends, before we begin tonight's sleepy history journey, if you enjoy drifting off with stories like this, you can gently tap the subscribe button, give a quiet like, and even leave a kind comment. It helps this channel keep bringing you calm history for sleep. Now, settle back, close your eyes, and let's imagine ourselves in a world before railroads, where every path was winding and every road was dusty. You are stepping into a time when travel was slower, heavier, and filled with uncertainty. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a village, looking down a long dirt road that stretches into the horizon. It is uneven, rutted by cartwheels, scattered with stones, and coated with a film of dust that rises into the air whenever someone passes. The smell of earth and crushed grass lingers, and every step you take feels like it connects you to an older rhythm of life. When journeys were measured not in hours, but in long days, weeks, even months, the road you stand on is not paved, not smooth, and certainly not straight. It winds its way around hills, follows the bends of rivers, and disappears into forests. These paths were rarely planned with precision. Instead, they grew out of habit, carved by the repeated footsteps of villagers, farmers, and merchants. They were beaten into the earth over generations, and so they look almost like living veins stretching across the land, carrying people, animals, and goods slowly from place to place. Imagine the sound of these paths in use. A traveler's sandals scuffing against the dust, the creak of wooden wheels straining under the weight of a cart, the snort of an ox pulling with patience, the rhythmic clopping of hooves from a horse heading toward the next town. The sounds blend with the natural world. Bird song, rustling leaves, the distant bark of dogs, so that every journey feels both connected to nature and burdened by it. Travel on these winding roads was never guaranteed to be easy. After a morning's start, you might walk or ride for hours and find yourself only a few miles farther from where you began. The terrain dictated the pace. In dry summer, the ground turned to choking dust that clung to your clothes and stung your eyes. In rainy seasons, the same road became mud, sucking at your shoes and slowing every cart to a crawl. Sometimes entire routes were flooded, leaving you stranded until the waters receded. The dust itself told stories. It marked your clothing. It settled in your hair. It left streaks across your face. A traveler could arrive in a village and, before saying a word, everyone would know how far they had come, because the journey left its mark plainly upon them. Dust was not just dirt. It was a memory of the road you had walked. Now picture yourself taking a step forward. The day is long, and the sun is high above, warming your shoulders. You feel the uneven road beneath your feet. Every stone presses differently. Every patch of grass shifts under your step. You pass small villages where children stop to stare at strangers, and where farmers drive animals across the path, halting your progress. Dogs bark from behind wooden fences, and old women lean on doorways, watching the road with eyes that have seen thousands of such travelers come and go. The road is more than a passage. It is a thread that ties people together. Without railroads, without highways, it is these dusty paths that carry news, goods, and stories from place to place. Every wagon that passes brings whispers of events from far away. A war, a fair, a wedding, or a death. Imagine the curiosity that fills a village when someone arrives from another town, carrying tales of markets or rulers or battles that seemed like distant legends. These travelers are living newspapers, and the road is the printing press that spreads their words. Travel along such roads demanded patience. Journeys that today might take an hour by train could consume days of walking. A trip of 200 miles was not just a journey. It was an expedition. You would need food packed carefully, water carried in skins, and perhaps the company of companions for safety. Lone travelers risked danger from both people and nature, while groups found comfort in numbers. Think of the rhythm of footsteps, step after step, mile after mile. You would learn to measure distance not by miles or markers, but by how many songs you could hum before reaching a tree, or how many prayers you could whisper before the next bend in the road. Every journey became a meditation of sorts, as the world passed by slowly, tree by tree, hill by hill. And there was beauty too. The slowness allowed you to notice details that modern speed would blur. The way sunlight filters through tall grass on the roadside, the smell of pine drifting from a nearby forest, the sudden call of a hawk circling above. Each step brought you deeper into the natural rhythm of the land. Travel was tiring, yes, but it was also intimate. You did not just pass through a landscape, you lived within it, hour by hour. Now imagine yourself walking into the evening. The sun lowers, the air cools, and the dust settles heavier as the light fades. Shadows lengthen across the path. In the distance, you see smoke rising from a village chimney, promising rest and perhaps a warm meal. The journey of the day has left your legs aching, but the sight of shelter fills you with calm. You step forward again, listening to the crunch of dirt beneath your feet, and you realize that every road, no matter how winding or dusty, eventually leads to a place of rest. Before railroads, this was travel. Slow, uncertain, exhausting, but filled with its own quiet rewards. The world moved at the pace of footsteps, hooves, and wooden wheels. Every road told a story, and every traveler became part of its long memory. So, as you drift deeper into this sleepy history, imagine yourself still walking down that path. The air is gentle now, the stars beginning to appear above. You are on a road that countless others have walked before you, and countless more will walk after. The dust rises softly with each step, and the night carries you onward, toward dreams, and toward the next story waiting beyond the bend.